Guys, welcome back. So today I got a very special episode because I just got back from D23, which is a huge convention basically for all the Disney IPs. So Disney, Lucasfilm, Marvel, 20th Century Fox, Pixar, and this huge convention, they basically announce all of the movies, all of the new shows, all the celebrities are there, everyone that's, you know, in the shows and in the movies is there. But a lot of people go to this convention specifically because they release a lot of exclusive merchandise, and it's kind of the first place where they release this stuff. So for example, I got the Ahsoka Tano windbreaker here. It's an Ashley Eckstein line that just got released there. So I picked up this windbreaker, but we're not here to talk about this windbreaker. We're actually here to talk about one of the most sought after items in that whole convention. And I'm super excited because I ended up getting one. And here it is, guys. Let me show it. It is the Obi-Wan Kenobi Legacy Lightsaber box set. Now this is a limited edition to 3,000, and it was exclusive at D23. Although I think the leftovers, if there are any leftovers, are going to be sold later on. But it's basically an evolution of Obi-Wan's lightsabers. It is just insane. So in order to get this, you actually had to go into a lottery system, and you got, you know, in order to even just go into the store to be able to purchase that. And then once you got into the lottery, you got your reservation, you had to wait an hour to 2 hours in line just to get it. And then it retailed for $550. And I'm telling you guys, everyone was after this lightsaber. It was insane. Now this is my first set of Legacy lightsabers. As you guys know, I don't collect those Disney Legacy lightsabers. So I'm really curious to put them next to the Master Replicas to kind of see, you know, how the size comparison really is. Now I already did a video with my buddy Justin from SW Props on the Master Replica sabers, pretty much these exact same ones. The episode 1 version, the episode 3 version, episode 3 version, and then episode 4, which is basically this box set. So if you go here, you could actually watch that video, and I'm also gonna link it there so you guys could see them kind of, you know, side by side. But today what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this guy up. I'm gonna show it to you up close, and I am gonna compare one of them to a Master Replica just so you could kind of see the similarities, see how close they are to it. Spoiler alert, it's going to be the episode 4 one because that's kind of the exclusive one on this, inside this set. So I'm really excited to open it up and show it to you guys. So let's go take a look at them. All right, so here it is. Now this thing is super heavy. Right off the bat, I could tell that I got number 2011 out of the 3000. What's pretty cool is that you could tell here that these were shipped directly to D23. So it really is the first time anyone's had their hands on these. So let's open this up. And right off the bat, obviously it's very well packed in here. And oh man, just the presentation alone is so beautiful on this thing. That was one of the biggest things that attracted me to this piece. Man, this is beautiful. And I had to look it up, but in Arabic, it actually says Kenobi Legacy on that box. So it's a cool little touch there. So let's open this guy up and see what's inside. Now, when I saw it at D23, I saw that it plays a song as soon as you open it. So you guys are going to be able to hear it as soon as I open it here. Let's take a listen.
Oh man, that just gave me goosebumps just opening that up, listening to that song, and just seeing the lightsabers in there. And right off the bat, I mean, these things look damn good. They're just weathered really nicely. They look beat up. So it really looks like they're coming right out of the movie. You could see there's some stickers on there. Obviously, it tells you to replace the batteries and all that stuff. I don't think I'm going to take them off quite yet. So we're going to do the review with those stickers still on there. But I mean, right off the bat, they look legit. Now here's the plaque. Now it looks like I got number 2016 out of 3,000 according to this plaque. So it looks like the written number was actually wrong on the box. This is the little button that obviously gets released as soon as you open it, and that's what plays the song. So let's start with the episode 1 saber and let's take a look at it. So right off the bat, I could tell it's actually pretty light compared to my saber, the Master Replicas. But granted, I have the Elite Master Replica Episode 1. So, I mean, that thing is very, very heavy. So it's not a fair comparison. But right off the bat, I could tell that, it has the speaker holes there. So that's not accurate. But, you're not going to display it generally like that. The red buttons there. I mean, all the landmark, aspects of the lightsaber are there. So there's nothing that I could see that's off yet. It is a little bit thicker than the normal saber. I could tell right when I picked that up. The grips, they're just plastic grips. On the real one, they're a little bit more rubberized. And then obviously on the Elite, that little gold part is 18 karat gold. And like I said, I did a review of all 3 of these lightsabers in the Master Replica version. You could click on the video right after this and kind of check those out and just kind of see the comparison. But again, right off the bat, these things look beautiful. I mean, they look so legit. This is the episode 3 version. Obviously there, the little, the chip is there. They did a great job at that brass part right in the middle, like between the emitter and the grenade part. It's a beautiful saber. I mean, I think out of all the legacy sabers that I've seen, I mean, this is probably one of the best ones that I've seen so far. Everything's pretty accurate. And it's just really cool. I always see these legacies and I always kind of think that they're a lot thicker in the the neck part right before the emitter, and I never realized that you could actually interchange these. So here is the part where you could obviously take off to recharge the battery and to insert the battery there. It's just a little rechargeable little battery. And yeah, I mean, it just screws right in. Obviously, that's something that you won't see in, a real replica of these, right? And then here's the main event. Let's look at this, A New Hope saber, because this is the one that I was really, really curious to see how close they got. And I mean, it is pretty close. I mean, there's right off the bat, I can't really complain about it quite yet. What I can tell is that it is a little bit thicker than the regular lightsaber. The Master Replica lightsaber, and the bubble strip. Obviously, that's kind of the iconic part of this lightsaber. Very similar to the A New Hope Luke saber, and actually the Vader saber. They all use that little calculator display from a Texas Instrument Extracta 19 calculator. Now what's really cool is that actually serves as the on and off switch, which is really cool. Now I'm not going to do like kind of a demonstration of the saber turning on, just because number one, I don't own any of the blades, because like I said, this is my first legacy collectible. So I'll leave that up to, some other content creators out there that I'm sure are going to show you, how they light up and all the sounds and all that. We're just going to stick to the hilt because again, we're trying to focus on the replicas here. Again, the buttons are there. I mean, everything's there. there's so far, I mean, it looks a little plasticky right there on the ignition switch, but oh yeah, here's the interchangeable parts to make them light up. So like I said, I'm not gonna do that. I'll leave that up to other content creators out there to show you that, but I'll show you the parts that actually clip on. That way you're able to insert a blade on there and actually turn them on. And as you can see, it comes with the A New Hope version as well, and the Revenge of the Sith one. So that's actually really cool. And again, I think the Legacy Sabers are meant to be kind of played with, to put in a blade. I might pick one up just to see what they look like turned on. But what I want to see is how these Legacy Sabers compare to something, replicated from the real screen use piece. So here we go. This is the Master Replicas Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber from episode 4. Again, Master Replicas is known for, having access to the archives and being able to study these pieces, scan them, and just replicating them exactly as a screen use piece. So we get a chance to kind of compare them and see how close they are. And so far, so good. Right? From this angle, I mean, there's really no complaints. Obviously, you could see there that, the grenade part is obviously different. There are some inaccuracies there. But overall, just kind of the look and aesthetic of it, it looks very legit. But of course, the Master Replica one, they made it exactly like the screen used one. And the screen used one used an MK1 grenade from World War I that was, super rusted like this. So Master Replica is going to look rusted. So I didn't expect the Legacy Saber to kind of look this way. But there are some differences that I could immediately tell. The tubes leading up to the emitter are a little bit off. Just in width and in length. The engine balance pipe is also off. The Legacy one is a little bit bigger. You can't really tell from this angle, but it definitely is bigger. You kind of see it there. The Legacy Saber also kind of, missed the opening there. You can tell the Master Replica one is wider for the opening. But overall, again, look, it looks great. I mean, someone who is not educated in this saber or is not familiar with some of these wouldn't even be able to tell, right? I mean, it looks great. Now the clamp is a little kind of underweathered, is I guess the only word I can use. So just, you might have to weather it up a little bit more. As you can see, that one it's pretty weathered. And the part that's holding the bubble strip, that's the part that I would probably, have the complaint as far as the weathering. But, that's something really quick that, little quick weathering could fix. Now the D-ring obviously is off. The Master Replica one, which is derived from the original, is thicker. You can see it's actually even smaller, but here is kind of what I mean as far as the size comparison. Now, as you can see, there is, a pretty noticeable size difference between the Legacy on the left and the Master Replica on the right. And then once you actually start getting close and really looking at them, you could see there that there is a huge difference in size. And because of the size difference, it's kind of weird because they pushed everything back on the Legacy, but kept it the same length overall, which is kind of strange. So again, it's more of I think because of the balance pipe is so big that I don't know, that maybe they had to shorten the tubing that's leading up to it. Now the bubble strip is relatively accurate, as you could see there. Obviously the Master Replica one's a little bit more weathered, but it's more or less the same size. So they got that. Now the pommel originally was kind of one of those hot and cold water sink knobs. It's not quite right on the Legacy Saber. Obviously the Master Replica one actually looks like a sink knob, right? But you could actually see, that slight, difference in thickness. Obviously on the left with the Legacy saber, and then obviously the size difference right there of the grenade. The MK1 is off. The clamp is a little off. So it's kind of everything, just these small, differences kind of just overall push everything kind of out of proportion. But again, nobody would really know this unless you knew this saber, right? Unless you kind of really knew what the original looked like and what to compare it to. Not only that, but for the money, right? $550 for 3 of these lightsabers, plus they're functional. You could, add the light on it. I mean, there's just no way I can say anything negatively as far as, the price point and, the value that you get with this set. So I'm so happy I picked one up. It is beautiful. The presentation is beautiful. I highly recommend you pick one up if you can get your hands on it. So there it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and actually turn on the notification bell, because I am uploading a lot more of these videos. So, you don't want to miss out. And don't forget, like, comment, let me know how I can make these better, and see you guys on the next video. Thanks again, guys.